Hello, St. Patrick's and friends of St. Patrick's. I wanted to share with you something that I've been reading about when it comes to the practice of our faith. You know, we're focusing in our pastorates this semester on practice, which is part of our St. Patrick's cultural mandate of like presence, pace, and practice. And the practice, really, if you look at it, what we're trying to promote or describe is how the Christian life requires a daily commitment to learn it. The other day, many of you know I like to play golf, and especially now since I can't really jump or play defense anymore, I've given up basketball. But in playing any sport, but golf in particular, you're having to learn a few very subtle things, and it takes time. And it's kind of cool because if you watch a YouTube training or you go to a class or you get a coach, he'll show you something that you're doing wrong, and he'll kind of give you insight on how to correct it, because there's lots of things needing to be corrected in lots of different areas of life, but certainly golf. And then it'll be like an aha moment, and then you're like, okay, I got it. And you'll do it one time, and you're like, okay, now I get it. And if he's a good coach, or if it's a good YouTube video, they'll say, no, you don't have it. Not yet, because you actually have to do it over and over and over again. Think about it this way. If I had, with a golf swing, if I learned something new and I did it once, I might intellectually know it, but let's say I swung 10 times and the 10th time I got it, I could not confidently say or accurately say, now I've got it. Most likely, if I were to go out and then play a round of golf, I would mess it up more oftentimes than I would get it, and sometimes even forget that little piece of information. A good coach will say, no, do it 8, 9, 10 times and keep doing it until you don't do the old thing anymore. You see, because there's a truth in our Christian life, as with lots of things, that in order to do things like Christ, to be Christ-like, requires not just getting it up here, but a practice of it, so that it actually becomes more difficult, or even is eliminated out of our life, the things that we ought not to be doing. That to me is such a critical thing. And so keeping our eye on Christ, remembering the gospel, leaning not on our own strength, is critical, that we practice those things day in, day out. You're never just going to suddenly hear the information and then boom, now you're just like Jesus. But actually, we have to practice it. So I hope you're part of a pastorate as you go through these lessons on 1 Peter. Remember that, and remind yourself truly that if you get frustrated and down on yourself, you're like, gosh, I can't believe I succumbed to this again, or this sin is still a part of my life, or I'm not becoming the man or the woman that I want to be yet. This takes practice. You have to look at your Christian life like you would anything else, whether it's a golf swing, or if you're studying, for the bar, or you're trying to become better at your practice, whatever that is in your career, motherhood, fatherhood. These things require you to do them over and over and over again. It's who we are in this world that is broken, and in this temporary world before Christ comes back, where sometimes it feels as though we're at war with ourselves. That's what Paul is referring to in Romans chapter 7, that there's a war going on in ourselves, that we end up doing what we don't want to do. Anyway, I hope that hits you today. This coming weekend, it looks like we're going to have some real wintry weather, so there's a good chance that we're going to have to cancel church on Sunday, which I hate doing, but it's probably better than risking somebody's life to get here. We don't have salt trucks or any of the things that other cities up north have. So most likely we'll cancel it, but we'll let you know through email and social media by lunchish time on Saturday. So stay safe out there. Know that we're praying for you. We have prayed for you this week, and we can't wait to see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.